stories now. You're like, I'm gonna break this story. I'm gonna be coach. I'm the investigator, the breaking reporter. You heard it here first, folks.
It was really just a matter of, I woke up at 5:30 because I'm in my 40s and I have to get up and use the bathroom now. Nobody ever told me. Nobody ever told me it was going to be like that. It just, all of a sudden at 5:30, I got to go to the bathroom and do them both. Well, anyways, I've got a list of websites that I go hit every morning just to see the headlines, and I'm like literally click off, click off, click off. Oh, that one looks interesting. Let me drag it over here. Click, click, click. And then that's just how I kind of get my ideas. Yesterday morning, I looked for a video idea for 2 hours before I finally found something I was willing to make a video about. So anyways, this morning I saw that headline, Disney bans live streamers at Walt Disney World. And I'm like, what? That is an interesting video topic. So
yeah, if they're escorting them off the property, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's absolutely. I used to do that. If I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do the night before a show, I'd just say screw it, give it a general title, and then get up early the next day and look up topics and find something to talk about. And if I couldn't, I said screw it, I'll just do it live.
That's a whole other kind of pressure that you deal with because you're live streaming. I don't have to click record until I'm ready. You got to be live at 8:00 Central Time.
Monday through Friday.
Whether you're ready or not. So that's a whole nother thing, man, which I know that you're super comfortable with that kind of thing. You could be like, hey, I don't have an agenda day. Today, we're just going to talk about favorite, whatever.
Yeah. If I can't find something, it's exactly, hey guys, let's just talk about, what's your favorite horror movie? What's your favorite Halloween movie? What's your favorite action movie?
Right.
We'll talk about something. What's your favorite video game?
How's my volume? Is my volume good? Am I sounding right?
Well, you're live. So, I can hear you. So they should be able to hear you.
Okay. I'm not like too low or anything.
No.
Okay. I've been having issues with that lately. Just for whatever reason, my computer likes to turn my microphone down. And I even have the checkbox unchecked for automatically adjust microphone volume. But it still does it anyways. There's a program on my computer running somewhere that takes over my microphone, and I cannot figure it out. It is literally every time before I record or go live, I have to go into my microphone settings and make sure it's bumped up to 100%. And I get so Nick never has to do that, ever. And I'm like, that just doesn't make sense to me.
Sweaty ball.
Sweaty. Shut up, Mark. Go to the beach.
Oh, man. Okay, guys, we're going to get this going. Good morning, everybody. We're live, and we're going to kick it off. Skol!
Konnichiwa.
Get out of here now, please. Now.
Hey, you forgot the power glove.
No.
Clear.
okay, so I wish I would have recorded Coach backstage holding up your like making a cross. And
Yeah. I was way too close to the screen for that this morning. Like I wasn't expecting some of those things. And yeah, I feel like I need to go read my Bible and drink some coffee right after the show. Oh my gosh. I think you have the wrong co-host today.
Tonight, you're like
Today.
tonight. It's tonight. That's the Tonight Show.
Oh,
intro,
wow, that's
not
awesome.
The morning show intro.
Very cool.
Well, I'm only playing it every once in a while for Halloween. Yeah,
Whew. Bone chilling. Liked it.
and it keeps me from yelling so much in the morning. So that might help, considering you talked about getting old. Yeah, so in your 40s and having to go to the bathroom,
Mhm.
I've got to lower my blood pressure and my heartbeat every morning. So that'll do it.
That'll do it.
I'll do it. So good morning, and welcome back. Welcome back to YouTube Talk. We're doing it on Tuesday today, Taco Tuesday YouTube Talk here on Mornings of Mischief, on the YouTubes, on the Rumbles, on the Odysseys, on the Twats. It's going out to 4 different locations. Lord help us all. It's spreading. It's like a rash. How have you been? How has Coach been?
Good. It's everything's good. I am out of school this week for fall break. So my wife and children go back to school tomorrow. So today's their last day off. So I'll get 3 days of lists to accomplish from my wife while she's at work, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Honeydews.
But I'll have some time to be able to do some things. And, work's been great this year. YouTube has been a wild ride, but we are so excited about things. I'm sure you're probably going to ask some questions about.
Oh yeah, because you've been getting a lot of shit, guys. Coach and Nick have been getting a lot of crap lately. They've been getting a lot of crap lately because they were like, you know what, we're done. We're taking down the Star Wars stuff.
How dare us tell the truth?
Yeah. How dare you? How dare you not like something?
I just want to say welcome or thanks for having me, Loki, and hey everybody, Valhalla. I love being here. I see so many of my friends in chat, so thank you guys for being here, and even when I'm here. So thank you.
We don't want him jumping out the windows like Mexican Iron Man. Mark.
Oh, that guy. That guy.
Red Bull. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't talk to him as much as I used to, but he'll message me or call me like once every several weeks, and just to yell at me about something random, and then hang up.
Oh yeah. Well, you guys were live the other night, and he immediately messaged me and he said, "I saw that stream that you were sending, super chats to Coach, and I just want to tell you how very disappointed I am in your black pill blobness." And I'm like, "Oh my God,
whatever."
It was fun and it was funny. And
he's the most he's the most YouTubing non-YouTuber I've ever met.
Yes.
I think he has some serious issues with denial. Like Snow Dub saw him at the park and was like, "I'm here with a famous YouTuber," and I'm like, "Whoop, there's evidence right there.
Evidence right
not
there.
Not a YouTuber, my butt."
Culture, what is up? Culture, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Daryl the Derelict's here. Jester's Darth Arlenate's here. Grimm's here. Lester San Jose, the Skeptic Tank. Chris Persia, the Wrench of Wrenches. Mark the Infinite Tired. Project Story Time. Day Bob, my brother from another mother. Day Bob.
He is.
I'm
Love
over modern TV and cinema. Yeah. Mocking draws. Mocking will be coming up after this show. So we will redirect everybody over there. And this show ends. Lovely little thing we can do where we can just automatically send chats over to people who have shows after us. That's great. I love that.
Sure is.
So what happened? Let's get to I want to get to the bottom of this. What was, because I came to this thing about a year ago. Mike's like, I finally get where you're at, where you were a year ago, where I was like, I'm not doing Disney. I'm not going to do Disney. I'm not going to review anything. I will talk about the company and the mistakes the company makes and how they need to get back on track, but I'm not going to review their crap.
Right.
What led you guys to this? Like, we're done. We are done. What happened? Was it just Ahsoka stunk that bad? I still haven't seen it. I've seen pieces of it.
All right.
You know, obviously you can't go on the internet without seeing something.
Mm-hmm.
Balin looked cool. Balin looked kind of cool, and I
He's
love
great.
the guy who played Balin.
He was an A+.
I absolutely loved his act as an actor. Rome is the biggest. There was a show on HBO called Rome. He played Titus Polo in Rome, First Legionnaire Titus Polo.
Yes.
So I know who he is. He was in Punisher Warzone. He played Prank Castle in Punisher Warzone.
Yeah.
So I love the actor.
Yes.
You know, what happened? What happened? Tell us what happened, Coach.
So with Ahsoka, I'll say that I'll say that first, and then I'll go back and give you the whole answer. Balin Skoll, the character, was great. Great portrayal. The problem with Ahsoka was in the writing. You just watched, you know, you hadn't seen it, but also know you don't give a crap. So I'm just going to tell you.
Yeah, no, go ahead, please.
The problem with his character is that we just watched an entire season, an 8-episode arc, and we still don't know what his objective is and what he's doing. Nothing. We still don't know what he is still a mysterious character on a mission to do something. And Dave Filoni will not let us know. He is keeping the fans guessing, and it's to the point where it's so extreme. It is frustrating and laughable, and it's just horrible writing. Now, to answer your question about us and what we're doing, everybody here knows that we started a little bit over 4 years ago as an exclusive Star Wars channel.
Yes, Echo Base Network. Come
Yeah.
to get your Star Wars news. Talk about how much you love Star
It's-
Wars, the great Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a conversation that you and I have had privately a couple years ago. So we started our channel right before The Last Jedi. And, you know, all of our videos and things were about, you know, Star Wars we grew up with, Star Wars we love, breaking news, theories about The Last Jedi. And then we watched The Last Jedi.
We all know
And
how that turned out.
it put us in a terrible place. And oh, by the way, at that time we are still like, you know, you were around, Mark was around, ain't nobody. Dave Bob might have been around, but ain't nobody else here was around.
Well, Machini was here. But he old, you know, the High Council.
Well, I'm
and
talking
Even
about
Band,
on our channel though.
on your channel. Okay.
Yeah, like we were so little. I mean, we had 150, 200 subs is where I'm talking about. You know,
Yes.
you were pretty much there the third time we hit the live button when we're like, is this thing on? Like, what are we doing? You know,
I knew
you just-
Nick, and Nick had thrown. I knew Nick from Xanadu, and Nick threw a link in, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I'll check it out." And
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I had no idea who you were, and yeah, it was interesting. Hi,
Yeah.
everybody. I am.
Oh
the
my
coach.
gosh. Oh my gosh. And I was so robotic and unnatural and like, you know, but anyway.
Well, you were nervous. You were
I
nervous,
was.
dude.
As
I
a cat.
sweat my butt off. This
As a
is
cat.
all normal now. I come in here, I sit down,
Sure.
I get my
Sure.
stuff set up. I'm
Yeah.
cool. It's like I'm like the Fonzie. It's cool.
Uh,
First time I live stream, I was sweating and I was as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of
Man.
rocking chairs.
And I was like, I was sensitive to the max, and now I'm like alligator skin. Like, come at me, whatever, you know. But anyways, you know, The Last Jedi came out, and look, I'll get to the recent decisions quickly. So we weren't good. Then our channel took a turn. It became a little bit more negative. Me and Nick were like, what are they freaking doing? You know, blah, 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 blah. Then, you know, when episode 9 came out, whatever it was called, The Mandalorian came out literally like right before it. Mandalorian was pretty good. Episode 9 was hot garbage.
Yeah.
So we're still in this place of covering Star Wars and being an exclusive Star Wars channel, but we are pissed about what they did with the sequel trilogy. The Mandalorian's all right. Well, then you fast forward, a season and a half, and Luke returns. And that moment is when our channel went on a meteoric rise short term. All of a sudden we blinked our eyes and, instead of having, 2,500 subscribers, we had 17,000 subscribers and we were like, whoa. So our channel was basically like grew exponentially on an incredibly positive moment where Luke came back. We made a montage video, showed the fans. It was so easy to talk about and make videos about that because it was such an awesome moment. Didn't last very long.
It made everybody feel good.
Yeah.
And I don't think Disney ever understood that, ever
No.
got that. This was something that was like, I mean, this made everybody feel good. And suddenly all the theories started popping up of, are they going to retcon the sequel
Mhm.
trilogy? Are they going to
Mhm.
go back in time? Ahsoka's got the mirror of blah, blah, blah. She's going to go back in time and change everything. And I mean, that would be great if you saw, like if you saw a change where it's like, okay, Kylo, instead of being, Kylo Ren, he's Ben and he's marrying Rey, and Luke's the one presiding over the marriage.
Yeah.
You've got Han and Leia standing in the back, holding each other, and suddenly
Sure.
everything's like, that would have made people feel so good. And they just don't, I don't think they get that they're like, no, what we've got is this perfect thing when it's not really perfect.
Right. Well, so Nick and I, through all those ups and downs, I think we've done it twice now, or 3 times now, but 2 times before the most recent, where we were like, "You know what? We're gonna talk about other stuff too." So we would make non-Star Wars content, but it never lasted, and we always went back. We could never fully pull the trigger because we were all concerned about the YouTube algorithm. We were all concerned about it's going to kill our channel. We were all concerned about we're a Star Wars channel. Let's just go start another channel for our non-Star Wars stuff. Well, it's tough running 2 channels. It's
Yeah.
tough. It's tough to divide my mental energy in half. It's just so difficult. I'm struggling with that right now. But anyways, so and then me and Nick in our disappointment, because we went from Luke's return to we were here, and then we immediately go to Gina gets fired, Theory gets laughed at by Pablo Hidalgo, the Book of Boba Fett is garbage, Kenobi is garbage, Andor kind of kept things going level for us, and then Ahsoka is garbage, and it's just it Disney Star Wars is on such a decline with each passing show. There are fewer and fewer fans. And honestly, we're tired of talking about it. We are tired of hearing ourselves with the negativity. I have a deep desire to talk about something I actually enjoy as well. Now, I love ripping stuff apart, but man, if that's all you do, that really gets old.
Yeah. And it wears on you.
Especially if you're not getting like a mega financial benefit. It's not like, and I'm just being honest with everybody. If me and Nick were making $700 every rage bait we hate Disney video, we'd make them every day and be happy about it if we were getting that kind of financial return. But when you're trashing the same thing over and over again and you're making $3 on the video, eh, that what am I doing? Why am I doing this? So, me and Nick had our little moment where we butted heads and almost split forever, which, you and I have talked about here on the show. Our friendship was seriously challenged, and now we are back better than before. I would say better than ever. And we have both come to the decision we are not rebranding the channel. We are expanding the channel.
Yes.
we're not changing our name because our name is synonymous with George Lucas Star Wars. That is who we are. Echo Base Network is us, but we are no longer a Star Wars exclusive channel. We will still cover Star Wars when it is worthy. But we have already expanded. We are already covering other things. We are already doing other things. It is done. We have ripped the Band-Aid off. We are moving ahead. YouTube can punish us all they want in the algorithm. It might take a year. It might take 2 years. It might take 3 weeks. I don't know, and I don't care because this is what's most fulfilling for us and our subscriber base who are presently there and active. Finally, they are getting to hear us talk about some things that we enjoy, and that's
Yeah.
good for them too. They encouraged us to do it. They're like, "Yes, do it. Do it." And it, Loki, as Star Wars continues to go down, just like the Disney stock price, there's fewer and fewer fans. They're not bringing in new fans, none.
No.
And so the content that we make is only going to be, appealing to half of a dying fan base that is shrinking by the day. Why don't we talk about some other things? So that's what we're doing.
No, and that's healthy. That's so healthy because I mean, like you said, it's one negative thing after another. You might get something that evens out. The Obi-Wan, you forgot Obi-Wan too. You didn't say
I said Kenobi. I said
You
Kenobi.
did. Oh, you did
I
say
did.
Kenobi. Okay.
Oh, I ain't forgetting that.
Okay. Yeah, that was just. Yeah, I mean, I'm to the point where I don't even watch it. I didn't watch Kenobi. I saw little clips here and there because obviously you can't go onto YouTube or onto what do they call it? X now, Twitch, Twat,
Yes,
whatever.
yeah.
You can't go on any of that without seeing something or without seeing a clip or without seeing someone play something. And it's just I saw the Ahsoka fight where she fights the witch, whoever the hell that was.
Yeah.
That was sad. And I see people, oh my God, it's the bestest fight in Star Wars ever. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You're telling me that Sabine Wren can get stabbed through the chest with a lightsaber, but Ahsoka like barely slices this witch with two slats and she
Yes.
falls over and that's it.
Right. Well, so you would expect nothing less of me than to tell the truth for both sides.
Yeah.
I'm not so blinded by my own biases where I'm not able to say that Dave Filoni does a great job in the animated space. That is where he belongs. He failed as a live action showrunner. And I was saying it every week on our channel. The Ahsoka series is the trial of Dave Filoni. We're about to find out if he's worth his salt. He's not. And here's the thing. One, this is KK's fault. She put him in that position. She put him in a position to fail. And now it's on her to put him back over in the animation studio and leave him there. You're the studio head. Your job is to put people where they can be most successful. However, what they're going to do is the worst decision. They're going to let that man have a season 2 of this disjointed story, and then they're going to give him a movie. And it is at that point where this franchise will truly, truly be dead for all. Like, it's just when I say dead for all, the truth is Dave Filoni's Star Wars storytelling and what he is doing is built for the generations that are younger than us, Loki. They're not built for original trilogy fans, and they're only slightly built for prequel trilogy fans. It can be appealing what he's doing with the prequels. They gave us the Anakin flashback, and they gave us the Anakin in the World Between Worlds, and the prequel fans were like, "Yes!" It didn't have to make sense to them. They didn't have to understand what was happening. They were just glad to see their hero. Like Star
The
Wars.
scene where he's walking through the smoke and the lightning and the explosion happens and it like lights up
Yes.
and he turns
Mhm.
into Vader and then
Mhm.
he's back to Anakin and then it happens again. I thought that was creative That was an actually little creative scene where as the explosions and the lights are going off, he becomes Vader and then goes back to being Anakin.
Right.
But the fight still doesn't make sense. I don't it was he really there? Was she really in the world between worlds?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows because it's
Yeah.
never going to be explained because these people can't tie one shoe together without tying it to the other one.
But Filoni does that by design, and we
Yeah.
actually found and released a video, which we got trashed for, but that's all good. Filoni, in his own words, back in 2011, was talking about how he loves the mystery box and leaving as many things to your interpretation as he can. Well, that's exactly how he wrote Ahsoka, and that is a source of frustration for people, for a lot of people, because I'm okay with a little bit of intrigue. Give me a little, make me wonder about something. But my gosh, man, when there's this much that I have questions about that don't make sense, that's bad storytelling. The series got away from Dave, and it was just a failure. So that's why we have made this change, and it is very fulfilling. And it is what it is. I watched Castlevania Nocturne, Loki. I said this in your chat yesterday morning. The show is probably average. Some fans of the Castlevania series hate it because they say it's woke. They say, which there's some elements there. I will not say that there's not. It's definitely not as good as the original Castlevania series on Netflix. It definitely took a step down, a big step down, because that series was great for me. But me watching an average show with coherent storytelling, I gave it like an 8 out of 10 because I was so happy watching it, because I just finished Ahsoka and I walked away shaking my head. Finally, I'm watching something that I like and enjoy that makes sense to me.
I've
It's all about perspective.
I've got a super chat here from Darth Arlene, or a super tip. She says, I love that y'all have always been fair. We've always got your back on Twitter. Love y'all. And Loki Naris, congrats again. Thank you so very much. Gestures, Darth Arlene.
You sweet girl. Thank you. And I want to come to your show, Arlena. I know it's Thursdays. So let's plan. Let's, I do want to do that.
So what all are you looking at doing now? I mean, it's just sky's the limit. You'll talk about anything. Are you guys just going to talk about entertainment? Or are you going to talk about like the industry itself, what's going on behind the scenes? Like stuff like Amber Heard, or are you just going to stick to, well, guys, Echo Base we saw this movie this weekend and we're going to talk about it.
Is that how we talk to you? Okay.
You know what? Me and Eris were just talking about this. Just to go personal here for a minute. There's the last season of Hell's Kitchen. There's a cook that won it all, and he's from Georgia. And I was like, as soon as he talked, I said, holy shit, it's Coach. It's Chef Coach. It's Chef Coach, because he sounded exactly like you. And the whole time we were like, holy shit, it's Coach. It's Coach.
Oh,
from
my
Echo Base
goodness.
Network. And he won the whole thing.
Good
he won
for
the
him.
whole thing.
Yeah, I like him already.
What all are you going to cover?
I don't know. Definitely reviews and thoughts on, anything that we're interested in entertainment. There is you could definitely say that Nick and I are both anti-woke. If you've watched us for 30 seconds, you get that. We will do some of the anti-woke videos and analysis when we feel like it's something worth talking about. I'm not just sitting there looking for those things, but like you mentioned Amber Heard or Rachel Zegler and her comments about Snow White and things like that. We'll cover that, sure. But that's not going to be the full extent of what we do by any measure. I did a Castlevania review. One thing that we're going to do that I look forward to doing that, it's probably not going to give us, a whole lot of clicks, but we want to do it in such a way that people will enjoy it. Is we're going to bring back our retrospectives segment that we used to do, but we used to do it on Star Wars. Now we're going to do it on anything that we want, where we take the viewer back to a great movie or series. Let's say Aliens. And Nick and I are going to do a breakdown and give you not only, we're going to tell you about the story of Aliens and what happened in the movie very quickly because everybody knows that. We're also going to go deep and give you the behind the scenes information, things that, that we research and find that everybody might not know. And then we're going to finish that with what that movie means to us. How did we see it when we were children? How do we see it today? Does it still hold up? Why is it such an iconic thing? That is a series that we're going to do, and we're going to enjoy that a lot.
You got to do something on Geiger. So I know a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people don't know this. There's might be a few of you to do. I've got a Geiger portrait. I've got a couple of his art books. His what he called his Necronomicon.
Mhm.
You can't have Alien without Geiger. If you take Geiger out of Alien, it's not Alien because
Yeah.
it's not the Alien. I mean,
So that's exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about. Getting
that's
into
great.
the lore, the art, how did they come up with the design? We want to make 15 to 20-minute long mini docs where we also provide our commentary as well. What we actually think about the movie, and what we score it as today. That's just something that we look forward to.
Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. Good morning, Wade.
What's
He
up,
says,
man?
"Hi, Loki and Coach. I love your content. Almost to 600 subs on the grind.
Let's
Hashtag
go.
fun. Keep having fun, man.
Let's go.
Keep having fun."
That's what it's about.
That is a big thing. I know it sometimes doesn't seem like that, or it
Mhm.
might not feel like that, or you're butting your head against your desk, going, "God, why is this thing not taken off? I love
Yeah.
doing this thing. Why is this thing not taken off?"
Right.
And you just kind of gotta let it. You've got to let it. You've got to let it do its own thing. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. If it's not, well, you put the work in and you go on and you do more or you do the next thing until you hit something. It's like you said, you guys were chilling right around where I'm at, maybe a little more subs, and then boom, it was
Mhm.
an explosion. And I remember the
Mhm.
night you guys did your live stream. We'll never stop talking about this. You were like,
Oh
"Loki,
gosh, I already know
man,
what you're gonna
we
say.
got 200 people in here," and and I was like, "Dude, just be you. Just do
Yes. Some of the
always
best
be
advice
you."
ever. Yeah.
I mean, what
Yeah.
got you here? I hate when I see bigger channels and it's like you are nothing like what you were when you started. You're just like a shell of I hate that. That hurts. That
Mhm.
hurts. It literally does because you want these people that you're watching because I'm still a fan, whether anybody realizes that or not. I'm a fan first. So yeah, I've got the channel. Yeah, we do mornings of mischief, but I'm a fan first. I love watching. Like I'll watch EBN, Nerdrotic, Geeks and Gamers, um, Daryl the Derelict, and Arlena, Arwen Avalon. All these people that I get to interact with. I'm a fan first, and that's where I've always trying to keep it. Is I want to continue to watch. I don't want to just be in my own little microcosm of YouTube where nothing else is going on.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you.
So I want to see people that, started out strong, continue to be strong and continue to be themselves.
So you know this, and you've talked about it a bajillion times. You can, and this has certainly happened to me more than once, where you can become distracted by a certain component. Say, I want to increase our subscriber base. That's my main objective. I want more subscribers. Subscribers. Well, that component, that distraction could turn into an obsession. And then the more it's not happening, and then you double down and you work harder and you know, but as it's not happening, it can become a source of frustration. and that's just, for me, that's just not a good place. I say, just do your thing, and over time, this is about the long game. This isn't about a quick anything. This is about down the road.
It's a
You know,
marathon. Yeah.
Nick, I can retire in 6 years. When I retire in 6 years, I would like EBN to be set up in such a way where Nick and I can then go full time together. We have a show Monday through Friday during the day, certainly not in the morning, but where we have our show right there,
Yeah.
and we do it every single day, and we still make videos too. That I would like this. I would, because I enjoy it. I love creating. I am not a huge fan of watching a bunch of YouTubers. I'm not a huge fan of going to people's live streams as a guest. I will come here anytime. I love coming here, but I don't get off on like, oh my gosh, such and such invited me onto his channel. I gotta go. Now, I usually say no. No, thank you. I, my time is limited. I got too many other things going on, and so my YouTube time is precious, and I've got to handle it. I got to do what's best for our channel and not make everything about me. And it could definitely be good. That's what Nick is for. Okay.
I was just about to say that. That's the great thing
That,
about having a
yeah,
partner like you have,
exactly.
is that, even if every once in a while there are issues, you've got someone that you go, hey, I got invited to this. Why don't you go?
Exactly. So look, look,
And Nick's good at that. Nick's good at going over, like, let's say, go over here and guest over here, and be like, hey, we're from EBN, y'all. Come over and check us out, and subscribe and ring that bell, guys, because we cover all kinds of stuff over there.
yeah,
That Nick's like, Nick is the guy you want out there making friends and talking to people and making connections.
that is his strength. That's
Yes.
what he's good at. I'm a nice guy, but I am not good at surface level talk. I'm not good at chit chat, small talk. I am better at friendship. Me and you could talk for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, so it's tough for me to just chit chat surface level. Like when I make phone calls, I don't say hello, or I don't answer and say hello. I go right into the conversation.
Yeah.
Valiant Renegade called me an hour ago, and I said, Disney just banned. I literally picked up the phone and said, Disney just banned live streaming in their parks. And we literally just went right into the conversation. That's just how I am. Which some people think that's rude, but that's just my personality. I enjoy the creating. I enjoy the planning and the making. I enjoy making, remember when I used to do like video intros for people?
Video intros for everybody.
Derek Anderson is a newer person to our channel that I really like. He has a great YouTube channel. He's got a great future on YouTube, and he needed my help with an intro. So I made him an intro last night. He jumped into StreamYard. I showed it for him. He's like, hey, can you make this little change? I'm on it. And I made it right there, and now he's using it. That is fulfilling for me. I enjoy that. I would much rather do that and talk about the process and what we're doing and what we're planning and what we're doing and our successes and our failures and what we've learned from it, rather than just going and being on somebody's live stream and chit chatting. That's not exciting for me.
Yeah, no, you want to be the creative force behind it. I totally get that, and you enjoy that, and that's one of the things I don't get to do enough nowadays. I planned for 2 weeks to make that little horror intro, and that was back in September. I didn't get that done until I think the day before October 1st, because I was busy. Now I'm going to have more free time coming up, because obviously the wedding's going to be in the bag, and that all is going to be taken care of, and we'll be back. I'll have more time, but it's been nuts. And when you don't get to do something like that, and that's what you want to do, you feel kind of worn down. Like, man, I want to do this, but I just can't. Something is always coming up to take my attention away from this creative thing that I want to do, and you get kind of, I don't want to say burnout, but you get kind of jaded maybe a little bit. Like, I want to do this, but I can't do this, and you keep trying to go back and do it, and that's always tough. Tron, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? He fights for the users, the legendary Tron. Good morning, my friend.
Oh yeah, what is up?
Hope you are doing better. Hope you're
Good to
feeling
see
better,
you.
brother.
He's a tough cookie.
I love editing. I hate writing a script to have something to edit. I hate it too. I don't do scripts. We don't do scripts. That's why I don't do mostly uploaded. We just live stream because it's so much easier to sit down and have a conversation with somebody or have a conversation with chat. It's so much easier than I'm going to write a script and I'm Loki from Loki's Mornings of Mischief. And today I feel like freaking Mr. Rogers. Won't you be my neighbor, y'all? I just, no.
I do a mixture. I would say that on our videos, maybe 30% of our pre-records I script. It just depends on, I guess, my level of proficiency with what I'm talking about. If I could just click record and go, then I do that. But so many things I have to prepare for because I'm trying to go, like when I did my Castlevania review, I literally went episode by episode. I couldn't do that off the top of my head. I had to script that out. So it just depends on what I'm doing, but it can be tedious for sure.
But there's things you find joy in though. And that's one of the things I've always said. You can't spend your entire time on this platform butting your head against something and expect that to go anywhere. You've got to have some kind of joy in what you do.
Yes, for sure. I totally agree. And that's a major reason that we're making this change. It feels so refreshing to, I got up this morning and I started looking at headlines, not Star Wars headlines.
Yeah,
headlines.
Entertainment. Yeah,
exactly.
headlines.
When I used to wake up in the morning and just do a Google search and click the news tab on Star Wars, go to Twitter, hashtag Star Wars, see what's trending, see what's new, see what's breaking. Man, so many times I'm just shaking my head going, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I'm about to make a video talking about this stupidity, so it's good. It's good. It's a good change.
So are you and Nick going to do any, like, we're going to the theater and we're going to watch this and do your like out of the theater reviews, or is there going to be more co-work with Nick on things where you guys do stuff together?
For sure. So one of the things that has been holding him back is his computer. So the community, Nick's computer has been garbage for over a year. It has one working USB port. One. So he has like a little USB extender with like 4 ports. So it's like his microphone, his keyboard, his mouse, and something else.
Camera.
His headset. His camera doesn't work.
Oh.
So he can't plug his camera up. So he hasn't been on camera in I don't even know how long. And his computer will just randomly shut down. And it happens every day. He'll be in the middle of a live stream without me, and then boom, he's gone. And then everybody in chat's just sitting there chilling. Like, he'll be back in a minute. His computer crashed. He's coming back. So, and Nick he wouldn't mind me saying this because he tells everybody himself he is working hard to pay off a massive amount of debt. And he has no extra funds. He can't take on another payment. It's just not viable. So it was my idea. I said, look, our community has done a lot of great things for people. They have raised money for A, B, C, D. Somebody's in need. We have been able to help them out up to like upwards of $800 for things that we've been able to do in a short amount of time. I said, let's make a little video explaining we're going to create a GoFundMe to get you a new computer. Go pick the computer you want. And, I'm going to make sure everybody knows this is my idea. This is not you asking for it, because Nick never would have asked for it.
Yeah.
I asked for it. And our community raised $3,500 to get him a brand new machine that's going to last 7 or 8 years.
It's amazing.
For the first time in our lives, Nick will have a better computer than me. So he's going to be able to be on camera again. He's going to be able to make videos again and do editing. He's not been able to do any of that.
Yeah.
It's gonna open up so many more possibilities for us. So yes, like when Rebel Moon comes out, we're going to go to the theater. We're going to come back home and we'll join, because he lives, 2 hours from me, but we'll join right here, and then we'll do our, hey, we just got out of theater and now we're talking about it here in studio, Rebel Moon, whatever.
So that is going to be in theater. I heard that for the first time on your channel the other night when I was listening to Echo Base Network.
Nobody was talking about that. So a week before it becomes available on Netflix, it will have a week-long run in the cinema. Now that's subject to change. I wouldn't be surprised if they let it run longer than that. But right now, it's one solid week before it releases on Netflix.
Is there a certain theater chain, or is everybody?
I believe it's everybody.
Okay, that's
whoever
great. So
wants
guys, if you want to go see Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, I'm going to give it a shot. I loved 300. I don't like most of what he's put out, but I loved 300. So if he can do like a 300-esque, Star Wars-esque kind of, if he can blend those two genres and give me something like that, I'm in. I'm in. So
I hope it kills Star Wars. I hope it kills it. I hope the Star Wars fan base goes, "Woo, Rebel Moon is far superior," and give us a new IP with animated series, spin-off movies, a show. They're already in talks to do a third movie. All of these things there's a graphic novel coming out. They're trying to expand and make this thing the Star Wars killer. And if done correctly, Star Wars has put itself in a position where it's ready to be slain by someone.
It's their own fault.
No doubt.
They have no one but themselves to blame for this.
Mm-hmm.
And Lester San Jose, the Skeptic Tank, has gifted a Loki's Mornings of Mischief membership, and it has gone to the legendary Tron. He fights for the users. Ladies and gentlemen, the legendary Tron has received a Loki's Mornings of Mischief membership. Thank you so very much, Lester San Jose, the Skeptic Tank. And this one is for you and Tron. Welcome to the Viking Horde. Skol! I can't highlight it because for some reason my chat has frozen. This was happening yesterday. I don't know what's going on. The chat in StreamYards has frozen. The chat on YouTube is fine. But the chat on StreamYards is frozen. So I'm sorry I can't highlight it. Yes, absolutely.
Hey, Lester.
Go ahead. What do you guys see? Because we only got like 8 minutes left. What do you guys see coming in the future? Where do you want EBN to be? Not just in 6 years, but in your future. What is your main goal? What is your end game?
I think it's just a matter of continue to do the things that we're doing right now. Talking about both negatives and positives in entertainment. End game would be, I'm going to be 6 years older than now. So I'll be pushing 50. I'll be 49. When I can retire, and I'll be that 50-year-old dude on YouTube that has a live show every day with Nick. And I think that's it. And, I'm not like special or, I'm nobody's savior or anything like that. But I really enjoy helping other creators and other small creators that are trying to get started or wanting to start. That's probably the thing that I'm the most pleased about uh, with our community is that so many people have not only come in and helped us, but we have been able to help people, like making an intro video for somebody that doesn't know how to do it. I love doing that. I love seeing other people shine. You know, uh, when Valiant Renegade's channel took off, I knew he was going to have more subscribers than us. I could have told you that when he had 500 subscribers. Like I saw that coming a mile away. And when it happened, I was happy for him. Like that's awesome. My goal is to not be the best. I'm the top. That is not it at all. We just want to be a positive influence in our area. We want to be part of a big team of people and content creators like you. You know, we got a YouTube family. We do. You're part of that family. Valiant's part of that family. WDW Pro is part of that family now. You know, Nick has extended over to Mr. H Reviews.
I love that because that's one of those people that I've watched since before I ever live stream.
Yeah.
So because I used to love his aliens content. And when Prometheus, it wasn't Prometheus, it was Alien Covenant. When Alien Covenant was coming out, I was watching all of his talk,
Mhm.
leading up to the movie coming out. And this could be great, ladies and gentlemen. It could be extraordinary. Look at this scene. It's shocking.
That's pretty good.
It's dangerous. And you're so seeing him on Mr. H was like, dude, yes. Seeing Nick on Mr. H was just like, oh yes,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. So that's the goal, and just keep doing our thing and you know m- strengthen the community more. Uh, grow if we grow, stay the same if we stay the same, go down if we go down, but always remain authentic, have fun, tell the truth, and try to help people. And it's good. And also, we're on a mission to see the return of good, wholesome entertainment. And so that's another part of it. We want to call them out when they cross the line, when they insult the fans, when they're trying to get political and influence people. I that's not what entertainment is for. That's propaganda. So I like to call that out. We're all about some truth and justice at EBN as well. So all of that is part of the mission for sure.
When you bring that up, my I guess the one thing I can't keep my mouth shut about is when, we've seen this, we've been here, we've seen what these companies do, we've seen what Disney does, we've seen what Kathleen Kennedy's done, we've seen what, you brought up Pablo Hidalgo, these,
Mhm.
and to turn around and see people that you have talked to and you have had experiences with do this psyop job on people where it's like that is not in any way, shape, or form what's going on. Well, they're gonna retcon this. We've got backstage information, they're gonna
Right.
retcon it, and they're gonna do this and they're gonna do that. And even when that doesn't happen, they just move right on to the very next thing that's gonna happen and never take responsibility for the shit they've talked.
Mhm.
That
Mhm.
just I that's just as to me, that is just as bad as what these entertainment companies have done. We've got to be better than that because we've got an opportunity here. People are watching, people are listening, people are tuning in, people are trusting us.
Yeah.
Let's not lead them down a primrose path and then go, oh, well, this other one's going to get you where you want to go. So let's go over here or let's go over here and then let's go over here and never own up to the crap that you're putting out in the universe. I
It
don't think
isn't.
EBN's ever done that. EBN's never just put crap out there to put crap
No.
out.
If look, so if we come out with a take and we're saying, this is going to happen, it's happening, and when it doesn't happen, you owe it to your audience to own up to that. If your take was wrong, you were just wrong. So what? But so many content creators try to come from a place, they try to speak from a place of authority. And it's arrogance and it's pride and it's I can't be wrong.
Yeah.
Because if I'm wrong, I'm afraid I don't want to look that way with my audience because they'll respect me less. I want them to believe everything I say. Well, that's someone who can't be trusted. I mean, right away, if they won't come out and offer a redaction to their mountain of videos that this is going to happen, this is happening, and when it doesn't happen and the opposite thing happened, you owe it to your audience. And the thing is, like, clickbait's a real thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
clickbait is a real thing. Yes.
Like, and people are, I'm not going to say his name. There is a YouTube content creator that no one has ever heard me talk about. He's never been on our show, never talked about him publicly, but he's doing really well in terms of views. He just did a video a couple days ago that has like 800,000 views, and it was a pure clickbait title. What he says in the title did not happen in any way whatsoever. It was totally false. And there were very few people. Yes, there were very few people that called him out for that. If we did that, there would be people in my front yard with pitchforks and gasoline. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But so that can be infuriating. I hate the clickbaity stuff. Have a title with intrigue. Have a title that makes you question, but don't lie. Don't lie. Don't change a story because you want to. Just because you're speaking into a microphone and you're recording something doesn't mean you're not full of crap.
That's right. Anything you guys got coming up that you want to share with us that you want to alert people to? Anything big news, EBN news, besides obviously we're expanding. We are expanding and growing from just Star Wars.
No.
All right.
No, I don't think so.
Big thank you this morning to Coach. Guys, this 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We'll be back. Let's see. We're getting back I think the 20th. So we won't be back I won't be back until the 23rd. Tomorrow, guys, is Taco Wars. So you've got Mexican Iron Man, you've got Starry-Eyed Girl, you've got Lupita, the Mexican Iron Man ex-wife that he owes alimony to, all that fun stuff. It is the quintessential rerun. If you've never seen it, you're going to love it. If you have seen it, you're going to love it even more because it's one of the funniest streams we've ever done on this channel with Mexican Iron Man, Starry-Eyed Girl, and Lupita, Mexican Iron Man's ex, that he had 20 babies with because, yeah, he's Mexican. So that'll be tomorrow. Then we've got a Dega coming in on Thursday. We've got a Dega Arwen and Dave Bob on Friday. And the Mexican Iron Man has a completely crazy cast of characters coming in next week. So Monday through Friday, it'll be Mike. Guys, thank you so very much for being here. Go forth and multiply. That's what I'm going to do. Thank you, Penny. That is exactly what we're going to do. Guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak, brand, and enter. And I'll see you guys again in 2 weeks. Take care, everybody.
Later, guys.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe and hammer that notification bell.